Welcome to Lesson 5D. You may want to locate Project D in the reference section, which is the thin 3-ring binder on your desktop. To begin, we're going to open up a new part file, and I'm going to go to the shortcut, click on Part. It's opening slowly. Okay. You'll need to open up a 2D sketch. Click on 2D sketch, and we're going to select the XY plane, and I'll click zoom all so I can zoom in. And the first thing we need to do is draw a rectangle. So I'm going to select the rectangle tool, click in the upper left hand corner, drag to the bottom right, click to place the dimension, right click, OK. Now we need to dimension this rectangle, so I'm going to select the dimension tool, select the lower horizontal line, drag down to place that dimension, click to place the dimension, edit that dimension. In this case it's going to be 3 inches. Click the green check mark or enter on the keyboard. Zoom all so I can see my left vertical line. I'm going to dimension the left vertical line. This dimension is going to be 1.5. Enter. Now that we have our rectangle dimensioned, we're going to finish the sketch. Select zoom all, zoom in, and we need to extrude this rectangle. And step 10 tells us that we need to extrude this to a depth of 0.5. So I'm going to select the extrude button. I'm going to, under extent distance, I'm going to extrude this a distance of 0.5. And then we say OK. And now we have an extruded rectangle that is 3 inches on the horizontal, 1.5 on the vertical, and we've extruded at a depth of 0.5. Step 11, click View Face. I'm going to click on the word Front, which is the same thing. We're going to view it from the front. And now we're going to place a couple of holes on the front of this rectangle, similar to what we did in Lesson 5C. To do that, we're going to select the Hole tool, and I'm going to select Hole, click on the left side of the rectangle to place the hole. Make sure reference 1 is highlighted. I'm going to select the lower horizontal line. That dimension should be 0.75. Reference 2 is highlighted in blue. I'm going to click the left vertical line. That dimension needs to be 0.5. We're going to change the diameter of the hole. So I'm going to highlight this. The diameter of the hole should be 0.325. And then I say Apply. Now I'm going to repeat that on the right side. The Hole tool is open. I'm going to click on the right side of the rectangle. Click to place that dimension, that hole. Next we need to dimension that. So we're going to select or make sure the reference 1 is highlighted. I'm going to click the right vertical line. This dimension again is 0.5. Make sure reference 2 is highlighted. We're going to click the lower horizontal line. This dimension is 0.75. And then we apply that. Now that we have the front of our part created and the holes located, we can close this window, and I'm going to click Zoom All, which is going to reposition my part as an isometric, and we're ready to move on to step 12. And in step 12, we're going to be placing a sketch on the top of this. We're going to be drawing a rectangle, and we're going to cut out that rectangle. So to do that, I'm going to position this so I can see it from the top. So I go to Front. I'm going to rotate it so I can see the top view. I'm going to click Zoom All and zoom in. And then I'm going to go up here and select Start 2D Sketch. And I'm going to place a 2D sketch on this surface. So click on the surface. And now what we've done is we've placed a piece of, let's call it a piece of graph paper on the top of our part. if I were to click the Home button, you'll notice that graph paper exists on this top plane. So again, I'll go back and view it from the top. And then once we have our graph paper on there, we're ready to begin sketching, we're going to create a rectangle. So to do that, I'm going to select the rectangle tool, click somewhere on the top of this, draw your rectangle, right click, OK, to place the rectangle. And now we need to dimension that rectangle. And to dimension the rectangle, we're going to select the dimension tool. First thing we're going to do is click the lower horizontal line of the sketch and the lower horizontal line of the rectangle. Okay, that's not the dimension we want. So if it doesn't appear correct, you just click, and then we can close that. To delete a dimension, you want to select the dimension and press delete, and it will go away. If you want to get rid of it, you click on the dimension, select that dimension, press delete on the keyboard, and it will go away. So let's try that again. I'm going to select the dimension tool. I'm going to select on a line, click, click, move your mouse to the right, click to place that dimension, and we're going to place that dimension, edit the dimension at 0.125. Click the green check mark. Next, we're going to click the upper horizontal line of the sketch and the lower horizontal line of the rectangle. Drag that dimension off to the side. Click, place the dimension, edit that dimension at 0.375. Enter or click the green check mark. Next, we're going to dimension the right vertical line of the sketch. So I'm going to click this line, and I'm going to click the left vertical line of the rectangle. Draw that, drag that up, click to place the dimension, and that dimension should be 2, enter. And then I'm going to click the left vertical line and the left vertical line here, drag that dimension up, click to place the dimension, and that dimension should be 1. Once we've done that, we can now finish the sketch. Click the Home button, and there we have our rectangle on there. Now, the next step is we're going to cut this rectangle out. And to cut the rectangle out, we'll need to go to the Extrude tool, and we're going to select the Cut button on the Extrude tab. So I'm going to select Cut. It says Cut there. I'm going to select the area that I want to cut, which is the rectangle we drew. And under distance, we can specify the depth that we want this cut. And in this case, we're going to cut all. So we want it to cut all the way through. And then to apply that, we simply say OK. And there it is. There's our part 5C with the 2 holes in the front. And we cut that rectangle out of the top. Now we can go up and save that part. So I'm going to go to File, close that. I'm going to go up to File, go down to Save As, and again, you're going to save this into your folder. So make sure you go to Powers Class Folder, the current trimester you are in, the current hour you are in, find your folder, open it up, and we're going to save this as Lesson 5D. We'll go Lesson 5D, save, and now you are finished with Lesson 5. Move on and begin Lesson 8.